Another Premier League team I do want to talk about, because this was a bit of an issue a couple weeks ago while I was away on paternity leave. There was I don't even remember the particular match, but you guys were talking about Aston Villa, and I want to talk about Aston Villa against
myself and Christine Cupo. We're having just a nice, calm conversation about Aston Villa. And Aston Villa fans could have used a couple Coors Lights.
Okay. They desperately needed them. So Aston Villa defeats Tottenham 2-1, and overall, Aston Villa have had a remarkable season. I thought, obviously bringing in former Arsenal manager Unai Emery,
complete turnaround
on board.
How much do you even remember? Steven Gerrard was their manager.
That's right.
It feels like 15 years ago.
It's just like Unai Emery definitely brought a calmness to this club, which I thought Steven Gerrard was. And maybe this is a sign to what managers succeed or what managers do well at any particular moment. Like Steven Gerrard to me has like Mourinho vibes. Like, I don't care who likes me, blah blah. Like, he's just a little bit
think so?
Rough around the edges.
Steven Gerrard.
Yeah, you don't think so?
No, I don't see that at all.
I remember. I remember more the matches against Everton where he would kind of like try to rile up Everton fans, and he just press conferences were a little bit, he's not necessarily a warm guy. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I could see that.
So I would put him more in the Mourinho category as like that managerial style, at least as the public facing kind of stuff. Unai Emery is just like a nice, like a fun dad.
Yeah, to some degree, I think that's why he failed at Arsenal.
Really?
Yeah, because he was like too nice. They were making fun of his accent,
right.
Good evening, and he was like, ha ha ha, making fun of. I thought we were laughing together.
Right. And it's
fire.
It's fun. You know what I love about Unai Emery is that even though he has the good evening thing that he was made fun of for that, he still does it every interview. If you watch any interview where a post-game match, he says the first thing he says, "Good evening," and goes on. He's like, "All right, this is who I am."
He's like, "Yeah, I look like Dracula. I don't care. I don't care, bro."
But I think what he's done with Aston Villa has been pretty incredible.
It's remarkable, and look, it reminds me of him storming to the Europa League final many years in a row with Sevilla. He seems to be able to manage. It's tough for him, I think, to manage. His failure at PSG and his failure at Arsenal hint to maybe he's not great in a locker room full of big stars.
Yeah.
But players that, sort of he can mold after him and that will listen to him, he is an incredible manager. And what he's been able to do with Aston Villa has been wonderful. There, Aston Villa fans, are you happy?
Okay, and I just want to make sure, because this is, we had... I remember I was watching this clip, and there was not a lot of respect given to Aston Villa. And personally, I don't know that much about Aston Villa.
You know why? Because you're not 75 years old. The last time they were a big club.
And this is the thing. So if we go through some of the comments were just going crazy, bro. And it was just a lot of these lot have zero football knowledge.
Yeah, it's about don't give Americans a chance to have a football opinion. Don't give Yanks a show. Don't piss off Brummies, which I guess we're finding out.
Okay, we're learning. I like this one. This says, this is from John Dopper said.
Which, by the way, what's his avatar?
Is that Chelsea?
No, that's an Aston
Villa. Okay. Oh, yeah. But they have similar badges, right?
No.
Or logo?
This is sort of a.
It's a lion.
It's a lion.
They're both lion. Yeah. All right, well, figure, so one of you got to pick.
Again.
You can't.
By the way, it's Juan Don Dopper.
It's J-A-U-N.
Yeah, it is J-A-U-N.
Okay, all right.
Jounden Dopper?
Okay.
Why are we giving this guy any...
I was just saying, this was a funny one. It says, tut American view of English soccer teams, which I was saying soccer, which is already concerning, right? Aston Villa have about as much history as America itself, which, again... I don't know. I didn't know that much about Aston Villa, but there's some. This is what tends to happen, and I want to relate this to what happened with Barcelona and Espanyol. Is that we're comedians. So if anybody is not aware,
you think this is gonna matter?
No. But I'm not trying to convince anybody.
Jounden Dopper,
Joanna man.
Yeah.
So it's not about convincing anybody. it's about that sometimes this happens with us, where in general there is
any slight embellishment,
anything, even like if you don't
hyperbole in any sense of the word.
If you didn't get the passage right from the Bible itself, they're like, I cannot listen to a word that the next word that's coming out of your mouth. And it just speaks to the tribalism, the almost religious view of that people have of their clubs, which we do appreciate, right? And as
it's what makes the sport. It's a big part of why the sport is so engaging.
100%. That's why these comments, I'm like, this is fun. This is how it should be, right?
This is engagement.
Oh, it's engagement. It's engaging.
Yeah.
Okay. But
do you think this affects me like I'm an actual journalist? And I'm like, oh my God. Oh, I might be out of a job because Aston Villa fans with 15 subscribers on YouTube are upset with me. It says that, who cares,
right? And I kind of like when these moments happen, and we talk about it. It happens a lot on TikTok, especially because on TikTok, people that are not your followers are seeing a lot of your content. So there are people. So we're.
But the problem is like here's like a video of Roy Keane saying he doesn't like celebrating goals, something, puppies, whatever, something fun. And then the next one, TikTok is like, well, if you like that, here's another soccer content. And it's me and you, a clip out of context of you and I being funny.
Yeah.
Which typically involves heightening something. So a team that has had a relatively recent history of non-success.
Yeah.
Aston Villa. Which might I add, the last time you won the top flight was 1981.
All right.
Okay, that might have been 75 years ago.
Okay.
And here's the thing: they call themselves they say they have history and that they're a big club because they've won. They've won Europe. I don't know what it was called then, to be honest with you, but I don't think it was called the Champions League. But in 1981-82, they won the big European competition.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the Europa. I don't think it was the Intercontinental Cup. They won. They were the runners-up. UEFA Super Cup. They were the winner as well. 82-83. So look, hey, they also won the Queensland Championship Cup in 2022. I mean,
that was a good one.
The big, bro.
But this is the thing that I want to talk about, because these comments like this are a little bit. Did you see? R.I.P. New York Knicks out of playoffs. Goddamn.
Bro, Knicks and 8. Okay. Knicks and 8, bro. I think we got him.
Damn, I can't believe we have a Miami Heat fan in this damn room. You know what? I'm glad your bowels are.
Chelsea dusting.
At least I got the Heat, bro.
But do you remember when Howard Stern, did you see the comments from Howard Stern? Howard Stern was at Madison Square Garden.
He was upset that the players didn't know who he was.
He was upset the players didn't know who he was. And everybody was like, Howard, these guys are 19, 20 years old. They did not grow up watching you or whatever. They don't know who you are.
That's like Dame Judi Dench being upset that, quickly doesn't know who she is.
Damn, RJ, I thought we was.
Wow.
Okay, we're pillars in our own industry.
Mitch, nothing? You've never seen anything I'm in, bro?
Damn, bro, I gotta start doing TikTok dances or what? What's going on?
Oh, you didn't know Dame Judi Dench is a savage up here?